Today, I'm gonna be building the ultimate Koala Kid base in 99 Nights in the Forest. Playing the decorator class, cause that way we're gonna get an absolute ton, and I mean a ton of furniture. We're gonna make this the best Koala Kid base you have ever seen. Probably the only Koala Kid base you've ever seen, but still, it will technically be the best. Alright, fire level 3 means we can go out and start looting and get the first kid. But actually, I just realized we're not gonna be getting the first kid. We're only gonna be getting the Koala Kid. Now, the number one priority is making sure we get every single furniture coin thing that is around the map. I'm looking for a good sack as well, but furniture coins especially throughout the entire run. And I think strongholds are going to be the best way to do that, because I remember in the last video, I straight up had 1,200 furniture coins by defeating the strongholds all the way up to level 4. It is insane how much furniture that would probably be able to buy me. I don't know how I'd spend all that. So we need to do something similar here by taking out all the strongholds and also getting all the coins I can find. See, most people find a spare change in their couches, but me personally, I like to go out into the woods and almost get killed by a deer. I think it's quite ergonomic to do it that way. You know, you save on greenhouse gases and all that. All right, there we go. Fire level 4, but we actually won't be able to get any kids until fire level 6. So right now, we just gotta get a nice food source, loot up, and make sure we find the stronghold to get furniture coins. There it is. All right, we now know where the stronghold is. It's not even open yet, so that's a good thing. We got about 3 minutes left. All right, today the furniture trader's here. We have about 60 coins, but the thing is, I don't even need to go where he's at. I always have the menu on me because I'm the decorator. All right, so let's get a picnic blanket, chopping board, a couple lantern cones, toadstool larges, and some mushroom chairs. After that, we can get Kevin at any time, so I think we'll do that when we have some more money. For now, let me get some pillows and some bean bags, because those though do not show up every single time. All right, there we go. Fire is finally now level, I mean, it's only day 5, but still, fire is finally level 6. All right, first stronghold is complete. 135 coins, but obviously the higher level you go, the more coins you get, because there's way more cultists. Oh, that's weird. Another empty chest. They really need to fix the bug of the empty red chest. So now that we took care of the stronghold, the next thing I need is a strong axe, because right now I just have a good axe. I can't really get wood that fast, and I'll definitely need a lot of wood because we're gonna make this a big base, and those walls are not cheap. But I also do need to find out where the fourth kid is being held, because I can't find it using the compass since I'm only getting the koala kid. Usually you have to get the kids in order. So I just found where the third kid's being held, but now I need to figure out where the fourth kid is. So I'm just gonna loot around the outer edges, which should allow me to get a strong axe a little bit easier, and then also find where the fourth kid is. I am hoping so badly that this is the chainsaw. Ah, okay. Thorn body's not bad though. Hoping for a strong axe here though. Just need the strong axe, that's it. Morning star. I think I know what to do with this. We'll just wherever that goes. Furniture trader's back. We did get pillows and beanbags again, so that's good. We're gonna buy all of those. We got 2 more toadstool larges. We have a writable sign. We'll take that. Brown mushrooms, painting squares, always nice. Street lanterns too. Cloth frames, definitely buying those. I like to have painted stuff for the base, because that way we can actually make it themed to the koala kid by making it purple. Let me also get some picket fences, and trellis fences. That'll add a lot more color to the base as well. We'll get 8 flower bases. That's a lot of flowers, but we'll get those. And then I guess we'll just get a quick shrub. Now we're not placing down anything yet, and that's because first we want to build the walls to our base, and to do that I still need the strong axe. So I'm gonna try to get that. There it is. All right, we found where the fourth kid's being kept. Now I'm gonna try to get rid of the bears, because in there might be a mythic chest. There we go. Really hoping for the chainsaw now. Let's see. So it is a mythic chest, or a red chest. Please give me the chainsaw. That is what I need right now. Okay. At least not bad though. Tactical shotgun, we will always take that. That will help me for the stronghold. Which reminds me, maybe it's time for me to go back there. So I'm gonna go check that out. Let me try to get a strong axe out of here though. Alright, defensive blueprint. We'll actually use that for the base. That'll help. Alright, it is open. So let's take care of this. Get a whole bunch of... Why are you sideways? And how did you hit me? Alright, well I gotta be careful. Yo, what is happening with the ram over there? He's just stuck sideways. please. Sir, can I help you find gravity? It is not hard to find. I promise you that. All right. Now I've got 221 coins, and I'm really hoping for the chainsaw. There it is. All right. Everything is okay. I am fine. I will not sell all of my assets and go into crippling debt. I will actually be safe and sound with my chainsaw. Koala Kid is also officially safe. So our base is starting. All right. Now I'm pretty much just going to go out and get as many saplings as I can, bring them all back here, and just chop down everything. All right. 27 saplings in the sack. This will be quite a bit of wood. All right. Furniture traders, no chance they have a purple mailbox. That is perfect. All we would need for the Koala Kid is a female box, but I don't think they make those, so we're gonna have to settle with this one. Now, actually, I do need 10 torches. We're gonna make this the biggest size possible base. So for now, torches are gonna go back here. All right. So we have 250 wood, and we have a ton of trees about to grow. So now let me actually start building this wall. We want it to be perfectly in the corner. So what I'm thinking is that we snap this to the grid. So that's at a perfect angle from the campfire. Keep it on the grid and just move like this. So we stay on that line just like this. Gotta be careful I don't lose my position right there. That's the farthest it goes, but I'll have to settle for a little bit not far because I have to actually place it. But now place them perfectly as well as I can. I think right here will be as well as I can, just so I have it perfectly angled at the 90 degree, just like that. Well, it looks slightly off. Well, let me check. Okay, I see where I went wrong. Maybe right here has to be it. Yeah. All right. So that's the corner we're gonna place first, and then we're gonna stem everything off from here. Gonna build it nice and square, nice and easy, super fast, because everything just snaps to the grid. All right. First wall is done on that side. Now we just need more wood, which we have growing. Now that's a lot of trees, so start cutting this down. Probably still not gonna be enough wood though, if I'm being honest. All right, that got me 200 wood. Definitely not enough for the base, so we're just gonna keep replanting these and get this wall finished. And then we're also gonna have to go back to the Stronghold to get more furniture coins, because that's what we're really gonna need. I also want to make sure that I have enough furniture coins for the next time the furniture trader comes by, so I can at least get the rare items. The rare items are always really nice, or at least usually really nice. Hold up, I just ran into something really weird. Let me take care of this raid and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm trying to place a log wall back here, and it tells me I can place it, but it doesn't place it. So we're gonna have to do something really weird, some kind of like indent right here, just like this, and maybe, just maybe, we can make something out of it. So yeah, a little weird, but maybe we can make it look nice. Furniture trader is here today. I actually do not have enough coins, so I'm just gonna go straight to the Stronghold to try to get some, and then I'll open the menu to buy from him at least the rare items. All right, got enough. Let me get the bullseye rug, mushroom chairs, a birdhouse, that's pretty cool, and all the rest. Okay, we have 40 more coins left over. We'll buy Kevin for right now, and Nemo. We'll also get some cloth frames. These look really nice on bases, especially for what we're trying to do now. All right, but now we're good. We'll definitely come back to the Stronghold, but for right now we're focusing on the wall. All right, so the door is definitely going to be on this side. This side doesn't work because the missing kid location is in the way. This side, we have the log in the way. This side, I mean, you're kind of coming in backwards, looking at the back of the crafting bench, so definitely we're gonna have a door, most likely right here, slightly offset from the rock. All right, level 3 Stronghold cleared. We got another about 150 furniture coins. Things are going very good for us so far. I'm about to die of starvation though, but we have stew on us. Now I have no idea what I need out of here. All right, thorn armor, not bad, won't need it though. Okay, we should be able to finish the wall with these, and let me fix that. Okay, there's a slight gap. I don't like that, so we're just gonna do one of these. That works. It is technically square with a little tiny teeny corner. You know what? This is the bunny base. That bunny right there is hiding from that wolf, and here's his base. Well, I'm literally, no, hold on, I'm not kidding. This is the bunny base. All right, put it all in here. And there we go. That is, in fact, the bunny base. But now we have the walls finished, so we can start building. We also have the furniture trader in town, so let's buy the rare things first. Let's get some pillows and bean bag. We have so many of those. I feel like we're gonna build like the most ridiculous thing in the world. Now, I want to buy some more stuff for our farm, so we'll get some bush planters and some flower bushes. But now we're out. I might actually go out to the volcano biome just to get more coins, and then we'll really have enough for stuff like the farm. I've bought too much stuff for the non-farm, and we always have to have a farm. All right, I just got 230 coins, or at least now I have that many. Let's buy all the rare items, and now I gotta buy a lot of stuff for the farm, like a lot of stuff. Wooden fence segments out the wazoo right there. Gonna buy a bunch of flower bushes, a couple shrubs, some bush planters, and that is everything. I have no idea how many fences I bought. Let's see. Can I check? I can. 30. I have 31 fences. All right, we're gonna see how that goes. Okay, now we just gotta start building. We have just a ridiculous amount of furniture, and the one thing that's gonna help me a lot is this paintbrush. We're just gonna immediately change this to the nice pinkish purple that the Koala Kids tent is. I can actually match the color too using the paintbrush. Yeah, that definitely lines up perfect. Man, all right, so first things first, I do kind of like this nook that comes in a little bit, because now it separates this corner from that corner a little bit more. And just by the way that I'm looking at this, I think this corner would be the best for the Koala Kids bedroom. So that's the first thing we're gonna do, pick up the tent and move it back into this corner right here. But we also need a bed for her, so we're gonna go with the biggest and nicest bed, the giant bed. Let me quickly get that, just because there's no purple bed, so this is the next best thing that we can do. So for now, we'll place that right here. Maybe we'll move it. We have a lot of furniture to place, so let's see. I'm gonna separate all of our pillows and bean bags off to the side, because I know we have a ridiculous amount of those. I'm also gonna separate the cloth frames. All right, we got all that separated. Got a bunch of things of pillows and bean bags, cloth frames as well, which is gonna look really nice for a nice hangout area that we're gonna make, kind of like how we have with the Squid Kid, but I definitely do want to make it different. I don't want to make everything the same. Gotta be creative here. Now we have stone pillars. These things are interesting. I saw these in a Bemi block video of all places, and I liked them. So I'm wondering, what could we do? Could we make like some kind of Coliseum-like feeling to her tent? Something like this. Or actually move back a little bit. Something like this, maybe? We'll see. We might move those. Probably will, and I don't know. Figure it out after this raid, though. You know what? Why don't we now put down our defensive blueprints? Because that'll actually be pretty useful. Let's see. What do I have? I have one of the stakes and one of the barbed wire. So I'm just gonna put one of these here. Let them walk through. I'm actually gonna make some walls for this. I think this will be a nice touch to the base. So if I get some log walls, I'll make like 4 for right now, and I place them like this. Actually, I'll make it a little bit closer. So if I do this, it kind of narrows them in to 100% go on the traps, and then we can alternate them like this. So that way they're walking through a bunch of defenses just to get through. Give me a second here. I'm gonna look through our furniture, and I'm gonna try to come up with a cool idea we could do for a hangout area. I gotta make this very unique. Oh, also, I just realized I have even more defensive blueprints, so we're definitely gonna be adding these. And there we go. Now we really have a defensive line coming in here. All right, let's test this out. Wait, is that already? Wait, dude, I didn't even realize it started. That was so fast. That worked perfectly. All the traps are so neatly packed together. They just died very fast. I don't even have time to realize it. I just knew there was a raid coming. I turned around and wow, this is a good base. All right, I'm not even kidding you. I'm speaking as seriously as possible. I used ChatGPT, gave it a list of items, and asked it to come up with a very, very creative living room. So this is gonna be a ChatGPT living room. We're gonna see how this works. So I'm gonna just build it. Not even gonna show you while I build it, because I'm almost like following an instruction manual right now. And then I'm just gonna show you the finished product. All right, I'm not done with the living room, but we do have a raid coming in tonight. So I'm just gonna see how this actually goes, because I know for a fact nobody's died yet. There's the first one. There he goes. Actually, I gotta move a little bit back. There goes the second one. Here's the third, the fourth. It's just immediate. Fifth, sixth, and it's done. That was the easiest raid in the world. Well, actually, the other raid was just as was easy. Okay, I have officially finished the ChatGPT inspired living room. I had a little bit too much of creativity, so I had to take what it gave me and change it up a little bit. But here it is. On the outside, we have some mushrooms as well as some flowers, adding to the outside, like some nice gardenery on both sides. And we have a two-tone theme going on here. We have a darker purple and a lighter purple. This just looks lighter because of the lighting, but coming in, you can see we have a very circular design. We have a center rug, center table, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of this rug. I think this looks a little bit nicer. That rug is just not the right color. But we have a whole bunch of stuff. We have bean bags with pillows for your feet. Now, my feet don't reach, but if you just so happen to be 20'2", these pillows will be nice footrests. And then, interestingly enough, we have a little birdhouse. So, if they decide to add birds to the game, then we have a nice little place for them. And overall, it's a nice circular area, nice place to hang out. Now, it is ChatGPT inspired. I gave it a list of my stuff, and this is what it came up with. But let me know what you guys think of it. But for now, let's actually focus on her bedroom. Now, the first thing I want to get is the mailbox, wherever I left that at. All right, we got our mailbox. Put it right there, just for the Koala Kids. So if you want to send any fan mail, the address is 7 Trillion West 99 Nights Avenue in the middle of West Antarctica after 6 p.m. Now, I do want to change these pillars. I'm going to move the bed over to over here. That way it'll give me a little bit more room to actually work with both. Now, let me use the trellis fences that I have because I've been using the picket fences, but not the trellis fences. So I'm going to do something like this. And obviously, I'm going to paint these, just placing them down for right now. All right, we got our fences built. Now let me paint these. Now, this is a much better use for the pillars. I actually like this a lot. All right, I have a genius idea. Circular living room, circular farm. Now, the farm's not perfect, but it's decently circular. And now in the center, we're going to build some cool designs to make it feel like a real garden. Now, I also do need my fences. I only have 6 fences. Okay, let me see if I can find any more. Oh, wait, we have wooden fences. Okay, I forgot. I have 31 wooden fences. Let me use these. And we can actually make them circular as well. See how that looks? All right, this is actually looking pretty nice. Now, only one farm plot's grown so far. The rest of them should be growing the next day. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but we also added some street lamps for the people who come in and don't immediately die. There was a raid that happened, but I didn't even have to pay attention to it. Actually, I think there were 2 raids that happened, and I didn't pay attention to. I think I just, wow, okay, these were, dude, this is the best. Like, has any of the defenses even broken yet? I think maybe 1 or 2 defenses have broken. The rest haven't. It's insane. Wait a second. Hold up. I should do plant lanterns for this. That'd be perfect. Not the street lamp, but plant lanterns. And if I could have it come to one spot, like, bro, now that is architecture. Look at that. Is beautiful. You can't even tell it's 2 of them. It's like a one big arch. That is very nice, and it comes right into the farm. Okay, I have officially finished the ultimate Koala Kid base. So let's check it out. Coming in, you can see we have some very, very nice square walls with a modular doormat. That is exactly what this is. It is a very fancy doormat where the cultists like to fall asleep on it because it's so fuzzy and soft. But coming in, we got our nice little street lamps. To the left, we have the most boring corner, so we'll start out with this. We have our oil drill, our utility stuff, got our compass, sundial, and our map showing the search for where the 4th kid is, or at least where the 4th kid was. And that's that. Just a small little utility corner. But coming over here, we have a little bit of a mushroom forest. It adds some depth to the base, fills it in a little bit more. And here we actually have the pelt trader who is who's just staring here. Yeah, just staring at stuff. All right. But coming in, we have some beautiful pillars for the Koala Kids entryway. We have some lights and torches as well. And right here, we actually have a genius living room that I forgot to paint. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. We have the same beanbag, pillow, footrest combination as we do over in the living room. But in the center here, this is a hangout room for kids. And in the center, we have a cutting board. I know I'm a genius, but please do not compliment me. I'm very humble. But over here, we have the Koala Kids bed with some nice cloth frames all around. And if she gets thirsty in the middle of the night, she can drink this literal lava that will technically quench her thirst because she will never be drinking again after that. And then finally, we have her tent, nice lights, cloth frames all around, and her very own purple mailbox. But moving over, we have the living room. We got some nice decorations on the outside, mushrooms and flowers, and coming in, you could eat here, you can hang out here, play board games, do whatever you feel like, or you could just relax, have a nice time. Pretty decent living room, and if you have a bird, he can sit right here. Fun fact, if you didn't know this about me, I actually do have a bird in real life. But now, coming over to the farm, we have a very, very detailed farm. On the outside, we have a bunch of shrubbery, flower plants. Actually, not sure exactly what to call these. Technically, they're flower plants. There are flowers on them, but I forgot what they were called. Then, coming in, we have a very beautiful archway with some plant lanterns. We have a circular farm as well as a ton of flowers in the middle. Like an absolutely ridiculous amount of flowers in the middle here. But definitely will have at least 30 bees here per... Now, like 30 bees per plant, to be honest. Like a few hundred bees in here is probably an average day. So if you want to get stung, feel free to come in my garden. But for the most important part of the base, you cannot forget it, we have the one and only luxurious and spacious bunny base. I mean, just look at that. Any bunny would love to move into this place. It is prime real estate. 7,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 7.5 bathrooms. It is just absolutely fantastic. Can't even show you for that long. I do not want to devalue it by your eyes gazing upon the absolutely magnificent bunny room we got over there. But for now, that is the ultimate Koala Kid base. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and click on this video right here.